So?
Well, it's a very different style.
I used a very different hand.
It's full of feeling, and you still do beautiful things with shadow and light.
But you can't sell it.
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm late. I was lighting candles with Matthew, and I gave him an MP3 player. You know, I'm sure it's a bit extravagant, but it is the last night of Hanukkah, and I had to, compete with Bo, who gave him a water buffalo. Horns and everything.
What?
Where were you? Was it a good place or a bad place? Because it was a million miles away.
I'm sorry.
So, any word on Spencer?
Last I heard, he was out of surgery, but honestly, I'm thinking about Christian. He had a terrible year, Nora, and I want to do something to make his Christmas special.
Okay. Ask him to marry you.
Oh, for me, you shouldn't have.
And I didn't. But remind me to start shopping after Thanksgiving next year. It's a zoo out there.
Adorable stuffed animal, cute outfit. Enough clothes to get through college. What? No special present for Mommy?
Thank you for that.
Excuse me.
I need to talk to a cop.
You are talking to a cop.
I apologize. I mean a Vega or a Buchanan.
What do you want?
A building was burned down yesterday. A man was killed, and nobody's doing anything about it.
The empty warehouse is down by the docks?
That's right.
Yeah, somebody is doing something. The fire department's looking into it.
Excuse me.
If you grab my arm one more time, I will break yours in half.
You know, you might actually get a little farther if you treat Officer Sahi with a little respect.
Detective, what's the word?
We're still waiting for the report from the arson squad on the cause of the fire.
Still.
It's Christmas Eve. Short step.
That's bull. You're burying this because that building belonged to me.
Oh, man. Dude, is this another one of your clever schemes, man? You're gonna drive me so crazy that I don't figure out that the one who set the fire was you?
What do you want?
We've got a message for you.
Yeah, it's from our father. Yeah, hi, I'd like to speak to the director of the hospital, please. Todd Manning.
No, I'm not going to spell it for you, you moron. I'm on the board of directors of this hospital. My kid's mother is in ICU. I just got booted out of there. I want to know why.
Maybe it's because you're out of control again.
Blair just got out of surgery and she's in ICU now. And they won't let me see her. And I can't find a freaking doctor in this whole freaking hospital. But, I'm not out of control. Just...
I'm sorry I said anything. This is none of my business.
No.
Look, there are rounds going on in ICU right now. They don't allow visitors in during that time, so it's probably why you couldn't get in there to see Blair. I'm sure if you wait for about 45 minutes, a nurse will come out and she'll let you in to see her. She'll probably even page your surgeon so that you can hear how her condition is.
Well, why didn't they tell me that?
Well, maybe if you stopped yelling at them, they would have.
How do you know about the hospital procedure?
Because I consult here.
You better not be shining me on.
Impossible.
Mari, I'm just going crazy, you know. Cops held me all night, and I tried to find out about Blair, and I couldn't, and they won't let me see her.
Why did the cops hold you?
Who else? Spencer Truman, your favorite client. They haven't charged me with anything yet, but they're thinking about kidnapping or attempted murder. And then Blair almost dies. It's been one hell of a night. And it's all because you decided to get back at me by letting Spencer Truman go free.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'll bet you do.
And since you're chained to this bed, I guess you're going to have to listen.
You know, my father would love to have been here himself to deliver this message, but physically he's not strong enough. He still does have the heart of a lion, though, and he's stronger than you've ever been or ever will be.
Is that why you got me chained to this little thing? Oh, keeping me pumped full of this poison here so I can't defend myself while you two boys stand there with your trigger fingers twitching? I'm gonna heal, and I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna finish what I started.
Truman, there was a point in time when there was a possibility that you were a Buchanan. But thank God that turned out to be not true. Now, whether you end up at the funny farm, in prison, or in the cemetery, it doesn't make any difference to us, because you can't touch us anymore.
This could be the last conversation we ever have, Truman. Unless a judge wakes up and realizes that you are fit to stand trial, and then I'd have the opportunity and the pleasure of testifying against you. Let's go.
Yeah, it kind of stinks in here.
Ace is gonna pay for what he did to her, I guarantee you.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'd rather not look at it.
Just because I can't sell it in Landview doesn't mean it's that good.
It sucks. I should have known that.
You don't have the control of your hand the way you used to. But in time...
In time, the stuff that I made before I hurt my hands might actually be worth something. But right now, my best bet is just to quit while I'm ahead. Because this is like one of those pictures of Elvis on black velvet, you know, the ones they sell on the side of the road?
Oh, it isn't. It isn't up to your standard. It's the downside of being an established painter with an established body of work. Come on, you know that.
What I don't know is how I'm going to make a living. I have to. If not, this whole town's going to look at me like I'm Evangeline Williamson's rent boy.
Can't you give it time and do some more physical therapy in your hand?
I don't see the point. I already lost it. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is not the way you want to spend Christmas Eve.
There's nothing to apologize for here. But I do have some great eggnog, so why don't we have a few nips and we'll talk about this further.
Thanks, but I'm going to go for a walk. Kiss him there. Merry Christmas.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little over the top, you know, with the holidays and everything, because I just completely missed them last year being in a coma and all.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
And I'm also kind of gotten to be, you know, live each day like it's your last.
Of course. I totally understand that. It's just that me and Christian, we're not ready for marriage.
Oh. Does Christian agree with you on that?
Well, we don't talk about marriage.
Oh, well, what's to talk?
Excuse me?
for God's sake, Evangeline. I see the look in your eyes when you're with him. He's got the same look in his eyes when he's with you. You know, he's turned his whole life around since he's been with you, and you've stopped being a workaholic since you've been with him. And you love each other, you're good for each other, and God knows you're beautiful on the eyes, the two of you together. And Christian knows as well as I do that Christmas Eve has always been sort of proposal night, you know, in this country. Okay, I might have made that up. Wouldn't it be a good time?
Nora?
Yeah?
Do you think he's gonna ask me to marry him?
Oh, hell if I know, but God, it's fun watching you sweat.
You are so bad!
Oh, come on. It's Bree's first Christmas.
Please, how could I be mad? Somehow concluded that there weren't nearly enough presents under the tree for Jamie and Bree.
Well, why shouldn't she get twice as many presents? I mean, she does have 2 daddies and 2 mommies, right? Did I say something wrong?
Ted worked for me.
Yeah, Ted also ratted you out to my brother.
You think I'll start anything that would kill an employee of mine?
My brother worked for you, too. I saw what you did to him.
And you're letting this slide because you got a grudge against me. Now, Detective, there is more to this, okay? Somebody's out to get me. And Ted, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
If the fire department says this was arson, then whoever set the fire will be guilty of homicide as well.
You think I don't know that? That building was up to code. I got it inspected a couple of weeks ago.
When the fire department is done doing whatever it is they do, if they find something, they'll turn it over to us.
And you'll bury it if you can't lay it on me.
Okay, you said someone was out to get you. Do you have any idea who that might be?
I don't know. You heard Detective Vega over here accuse me of burning down my own building and killing a man. You want to know who my enemies are? Why don't you start with Detective Vega and his brother?
Do you hear that, Clint?
Yeah, I did, Bo.
I think he just threatened our father.
I thought so, too.
You know, for a man who's not competent to stand trial, he really came through loud and clear then, didn't he?
He got away with what he did to my mother once. He's not going to get away with it forever.
Give it up, Truman. You're through. You can't hurt anybody else. And if you ever try, you really don't want to know what we're going to do to you.
So let me just make sure I've got this straight. You're blaming me for what happened to Blair.
Yeah. Spencer almost gets me executed, and in the process, he steals my wife and a kid I've never met. But then he gets caught, and he goes to trial. But his lawyer knows that he's guilty, so he thinks that the only way I'll get him off is if he says he's insane. But the problem is he's not, of course. So they have to find a shrink who will attest that he is. And who did they get? You?
Yeah, me. See, unlike you, I examined Dr. Truman at length, found him to be dissociative, and as a matter of fact, he wasn't on trial for what he did to you. I didn't have any idea you had anything to do with him.
You don't have any idea about your own son. Your drug addict son who wanted to attack my daughter.
He made a mistake, just like you. You remember those things? Mistakes? He's a good kid.
I have good kids, too. And tonight they are spending Christmas Eve alone because their parents are not with them. One of them is in ICU. The other one had to sit the whole night with a bunch of police officers in jail. And Spencer Truman is upstairs nursing a sore back. And that's on you.
Wow. See, you've conveniently skipped over your part in all of this. You know, has anything that's ever happened to you been your fault? I mean, in your entire adult life, have you ever been responsible for anything? Your little digs to me don't get to me anymore. But keep my daughter out of it.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing. I promised Antonio I'd stay sober, and I did.
For reasons unbeknownst to me, Antonio feels protective over you. But I don't. So I'm going to grab something to eat here, and you're going to stay on the other side of the room.
You happy now?
No.
Why do you keep doing this crap?
I don't know. Yes, I do. This is the first Christmas Eve I'm spending without my father. And it's so stupid, but that little girl, she has all these people who love her.
Hey, I know you. You're the fighter.
I was.
What now? Boxing commission changed your mind. They said you didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, no, that was a good day, man. You made us all proud.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you got out of here. Then you made something of yourself. Then you stood up for yourself when all that trouble came down.
Thanks, man. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing but the truth. Hey, you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Hey. Is that the only coat you got?
Nah. Yeah.
I got an idea. You want to help me?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I'm sorry. I should have realized that this is your first Christmas without your dad.
I know he was crazy, but he was all I had.
Well, keep up like this and he's all you'll ever have.
I know. I'm sorry. I should just go to a meeting and take it out on a bunch of strangers.
Here's a better idea. How about you don't take it out on anybody and just be happy?
Whoa.
Something to think about. Mind if I join you?
Please.
Claudia's sorry.
You know, she's obnoxious, but she's right. Bree's a baby now, and when she gets older, she's going to have a lot to accept.
Well, every kid has to realize the parents aren't perfect sometime.
Well, my flaws are a lot more colorful than most people's.
First of all, they're not flaws. Second of all, they're not your fault. And third of all, before she finds out about any of that, she's going to realize that she has a wonderful mom who takes really great care of her.
Something like that. I don't know.
Nora?
Lindsay.
Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Hello. I'm sorry to be bothering you, but I was just with Christian.
You were?
Yes, he was wanting to show me some of his recent work.
Well, that's great. How did it go?
Not very well. That's why I was looking for you. I'm worried about him.
Look, I like the coat, man, but a sign in a bucket? That's your big idea?
The sign in the bucket is just the beginning.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the biggest entertainment package this place has seen in years.
Oh, right?
Listen, stay with the bucket. I'm going to make some phone calls.
But how come you're doing all this?
Well, lately, let's just say, something you said to me made me realize what a lucky man I am. You see, around this same time last year, I got my life back. I think it's time I return the favor. You got any friends?
Yeah.
Tell them to come. Don't worry about the bucket. I'll get it.
All right, give me 15 minutes.
It'll be worth it.
You know, this is your lucky day. I'm going to pretend you didn't say what you just said. Officer Saeed, do me a favor. Call the fire department, see if you can get that report over here. And if it is arson and you got a couple hours on your hand, why don't you make a list of all the people Mr. Jones here is pissed off. I'll be in my office if you need me. Merry Christmas.
I'm on to you, Truman. You can't make a move that I won't be ready for.
Who's making threats now, huh?
Son of a bitches!
Truman's a little frustrated.
I know what I did to you, Marty. I live with it every day of my life.
So do I.
And I know how you must have felt when the governor pardoned me.
I was terrified.
And I know you think I haven't paid enough for what I did, but there are lots of ways you can pay. You know, every time I look at my daughter, I think if some monster did that to her, I'd want to kill him. And now she knows I'm that monster. That's never going to go away. No matter how much she loves me, she's always going to know I'm a rapist.
Todd, I understand that nobody talked to you in the ICU. I want to apologize for that.
How's Blair?
She's stabilized. She's gonna make it.
And the baby? She lost the baby, didn't she?
Yes. I'm very sorry.
Oh my God, that one is so cute.
And the one where she's wearing the colander as a hat.
Yeah. Can I get a copy of that one?
These are yours.
Really?
Yeah, they're for your album.
I'm gonna get a little wallet-sized one of this one. It's great.
I'm actually running out of wallet space, and I'm running out of flat surfaces in my apartment, and she's only a year old.
Yeah, a friend of mine in high school, his mom had this locket around her neck with a picture of him in it. Whenever he started going out with a new girl, she'd pull it out, show it to her.
Aww.
He was mortified.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think that's really sweet. It's a way to keep your child close to your heart.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Antonio.
I'll take it.
Hi, honey. Yeah, no, I'm finally done all of my Christmas shopping, and you are going to love what I got you.
I mean, I really wanted to be supportive, but I didn't want to lie to him. I respect Christian too much as an artist to do that.
I didn't even know he was painting again. You didn't tell me.
I just feel so bad.
Excuse me. Okay. Oh, it's it.
You're looking pretty good for someone that's been in a coma for a year.
Don't I? I guess I'm just a lucky lady.
Hey, Chris, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
I just talked to Lindsay.
You heard about that, huh?
Yeah. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, there is, but you gotta hurry.
I'll leave you two alone.
So what happened?
The impact of the fall dislodged the placenta. We lost the fetal heartbeat during surgery.
But you're sure Blair's okay?
She's in the ICU, but things look good.
You know, I didn't even know about this baby until after this accident.
Well, the pregnancy was just confirmed a few days ago. But judging from the size of the fetus, I would say she was at least in her 4th month.
Did you saw the fetus?
Yes.
Was it a little boy or a little girl?
It was a little boy. I'm sorry.
So, one son of mine is lost, or dead, and I've just lost a second. That's fantastic. I was about to say, there's more than one way to pay for your sins.
I got it.
What does it say?
The arson squad says the fire was deliberately set.
See?
Well, it's our case now.
Ted, he was murdered.
Unless he was setting the fire.
He wouldn't do that.
The ME's report will tell us how he died. That will help us pin it down.
Officer, I had nothing to gain by burning down my own warehouse. I could check with the insurance company. I let the policy lapse last month. I'm not even covered.
We'll figure out what happened, Mr. Jones. If you don't mind, I'd like to finish taking your statement.
Yeah. Whatever.
Tally, I'm going to check out. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Same to you. I want to make some copies of this report and start a case file. I'll be right back.
This department will treat you fairly. That I promise.
Well, I got stuff together. Antonio is going to be outside soon.
Yeah, big plans for Christmas Eve, huh?
I don't know. Christian called Antonio and told us to get Bree and meet him at Angel Square. That's where their mother's restaurant is, so I'm sure we're doing something with her.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Well, how about I drop Bree off tomorrow so you can have Christmas with her?
Thanks, that'd be great. Have fun.
Do you want to come?
No, I don't. Thank you.
I feel bad you being alone.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Last Christmas, I was in a hospital bed.
I remember. Well, I hope you find that kind of happiness again soon.
Me too.
Hot cider, mulled, unspiked.
Whoopee!
Welcome to my world. Wait, what should we drink to?
Better times.
To better times. I don't know about you, but a couple of pulls off this and I'm suddenly filled with Christmas spirit. Something happened with you and Jessica?
Just looking at baby photographs.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Yeah. Could you watch these for a minute?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Where are you going?
You think the stores will be open late?
Yeah, of course.
I gotta go see a guy about a locket.
Chris,
Hey. Thanks for coming, guys.
what was the mysterious phone call about?
Well, I have this little idea that I need your help with.
Okay.
Hey, guys. I got your message. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's great. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, yeah.
I was really worried about you after we talked.
Yeah, I was pretty down when I left here, but you know what? Something woke me up. I've been so busy feeling sorry for myself that I forgot what's really important. So what if I can't box? So what if I can't paint the way I used to? I'm an artist. I'm gonna do something with my art again. I know it. But what's important right now is that, well, I got someone to love, and that I'm able to do things to help other people, right?
Well, I'm really glad to hear you talking like this.
Right, you don't know the half of it.
Okay, enough. Just please tell us already.
Okay. You know how people come to the square to hang out on Christmas Eve, to be together with their families? Well, I think we should show them a good time. And maybe in the process, help those kids that I promised I wouldn't forget.
I wish I knew what I could say to you right now.
Well, I should feel lucky for the kids I have. Because, a lot of people can't have kids.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you can't feel this loss.
I didn't plan for any of this. I didn't plan either of these kids. Maybe if I... God, do they have to play this stupid Christmas music? It's a hospital. It's not a... God, this isn't helping.
The person you should be with right now is Blair.
Yeah, I know. Did you tell her? Did she know?
No, she's still sedated. We're going to keep her that way for one more day.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, right.
She kept having these headaches and getting woozy all the time. And I never said anything to her because I was really scared it was that.
Of course you were scared. She had a history of brain tumor. You had every right to be scared.
And I think she was scared too because she kept delaying going to the hospital, seeing a doctor about it. I wonder if she had gone a little sooner, if I had thought of it.
You can't second guess yourself, Todd. There's no point. Just go up to the ICU. Sit with Blair. Just be with her.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, little man. I'm sorry.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Even Marcy knows a turkey and some mistletoe will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. You know it's been said many times, many ways. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas
On the next One Life to Live.
Holidays have a way of rekindling old flames.
What should we toast to?
That we get everything we want.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
If I asked you to marry me, you'd say...
I love you.
I love you, Natalie.
I love you, John.